Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Eagles Nest here at Granite Hills High School. We got Grossmont Hills action, and we don't just have Grossmont Hills action, we have rivalry action here between Valhalla High School and Granite Hills. Both teams come in here tonight with 1-3 records, each getting just one win in their first roundabout through the league. Valhalla comes in here with their one win against their other neighborly rival, if you will, against Steel Canyon. And Granite shocking the world with quite a drubbing of West Hills last week. Both teams, though, come off immediate losses. Valhalla comes off a loss against Grossmont just the other night. And last night, in fact, Granite lost to down-the-street rival El Cajon Valley. So both teams really, though, still in the thick of things because nobody is perfect in the Grossmont Hills League action. Here with me tonight, as always, we have Eric Thomas, former basketball coach extraordinaire and expert on all things basketball. I think his middle name is Naismith. Eric, how are you doing tonight?
Thank you, John, for the kind announcements. I'm not sure any of it's true, but I do appreciate it. You know what we're looking at tonight with a rivalry game like this and a chance to climb back into the league race is who's going to impose their will right off the bat. And with Valhalla, as you know, with these rivalry games, people get way too excited. And the big key is going to be, can they keep their composure when things start going wrong?
One thing different about this rivalry is now they made some changes within the league a few years ago, and we used to play Granite Hills, Valhalla used to play Granite Hills on a Friday night, which always made a very exciting atmosphere. Unfortunately, during the school week, Valhalla evidently has a lot of students that care about their grades because they're home reading. Granite's got a few kids here tonight, but it really just this early kind of lacks that magic, but you're right, it can get pretty heated in these rivalry games. Now, one of the things I mentioned at the start is both these two teams have a chance at league. What are your thoughts on that going in through the second half of the league action?
Well, both teams have kind of put themselves in a little bit of a hole, and so it's not going to be an easy climb for either team, but this is the key game to get them back on track.
Yeah, right now both teams 1-3. Both of them looking up at Steel Canyon at 2-2, and then you have at 3-1 at the top of the league. You have West Hills and Helix, who basically they're at the top. But you get to play all those teams again. But obviously Valhalla, for instance, would have to run the table and do it in pretty terrific fashion to still have a chance. But playoffs are still a possibility.
Exactly. I mean, to win league, we're probably going to have to go at least one loss at most, run the table. But still, to get a good seeding, as long as we're right in there, I think we'll be fine.
All right. Right now, tonight, like you said, we're at Granite Hills. This is our one road game of the year that we'll have until we maybe get to the playoffs and do some of those things. So we really appreciate you tuning in tonight, watching some Valhalla basketball. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off here tonight. And just to kind of get you up to date on some other things happening here on Orange Nation TV, we're going to just found out today that we're most likely going to be covering the Grossmont Hills and Valley Wrestling Tournament on February 9th, I believe that takes place. So if you like wrestling and you like, it won't just be Valhalla wrestlers, it'll be all the best wrestlers from all around the league. Also, if you've missed some of the games that we've covered so far this year, on demand on our Play on Sports channel, you can watch those games anytime you'd like. Also, if you're at home watching this game and you just really enjoy it, if you want to buy some advertising, we're going to be doing that. We're close to 10,000 viewers right now on our YouTube channel, and I don't know right off the top how many viewers we've had on our Play on Sports channel, but we're close to 10,000. So if you want to get on this and get in front of some of these Orange Nation fans at home and want to speak to them directly, give us a call at Valhalla High School, or you can email us at orangenationtv@gmail.com. We're also going to be getting a domain here pretty soon and be directing you all to one spot for all things Orange Nation TV. Tonight, as producing as always, is Ode Youssef. He gives me a big wave there as he looks diligently at the camera, ready to bring us all kinds of great graphics here tonight. We have Amanda Zimmerman on the camera tonight, always does an excellent job, and we have Gabe Gaska and Tyler Roy, and Abigail Metch doing stats tonight, and they're going to be bringing you more stats than you've ever wanted to see. Right now, we want to show a little commercial about the food drive that we have going right now. So we're going to step back here. Here's the food drive.
Starting Monday, January 28th, a lot of red bins will be popping up around Valhalla. Help ASB collect non-perishable food items for the San Diego Food Bank by placing them in a red bin. Also on February 8th, bring 2 cans to the basketball game against Steel. and get into the game for free. Help Orange Nation feed those in need. Contact ASB for more information.
All right, once again, that's a really good cause that Valhalla is sponsoring there. If you want to get involved in that, you can bring some canned foods up to school, and we'll be more than happy to find them in the right place. That goes on for another week, and hopefully Valhalla can really help some people here locally through the San Diego Food Bank. All right, we're 30 seconds away from getting this baby started. We'll give you the lineups. We'll allow the local announcer to show you the lineup, but right now we'll tell you who the starters are tonight. For Valhalla, Kevin Mills, Spencer Havard, Andrew Lazoya, David Gazelle, and George Fakuri are your starting five for the men in gray and orange tonight. They're on the traditional road grays. Actually, the first time I've seen them, so they're not very traditional, but do remind me of Georgetown back in the day with the gray there, like that. Very impressive look. I like that much better than the blue, but that's just my personal preference. Up here for Granite Hills tonight, we have Joey Grubb, DJ Pulamera, Cody Simmons, and Colton Higgins, and Trevor Surprise. And we'll double check some of those names throughout the course of the game. Just trying to read some pretty good penmanship, but it's not my own, so sometimes I struggle with that. And we'll let you just enjoy the sights here as the starter lineup is announced for Valhalla High School.
And now, start out your Granite Hills Eagles. Number 0, Cody Simmons. Number 1, Joey Grubb. Number 5, DJ Palmera. Number 22, Trevor Sperry. And 32, Colton Higgins.
All right, we do have one change. It's Trevor Sperry. I apologize to the Sperry family at home if you're listening to that. It really isn't my fault. Our wonderful assistant didn't quite read the writing there, so I apologize for that. We'll try to be as accurate as we can, as always. Hopefully you'll enjoy the broadcast. Both teams finding their way out to the Eagle in the middle of this wonderful court here over at Granite Hills High School. We are actually very comfortably perched on top of the bleachers here tonight. Actually, I had to do some climbing to get up here. I'm quite impressed with my physical ability. The weight I've lost.
You're like a mountain goat.
That's right. I'm feeling healthy and feeling strong. It was a good test of my abilities.
John, one thing I'm kind of looking for right here is there is quite a few Granite Hills kids here supporting their team, so it's going to be very important for us to get off to a good start and keep them quiet throughout the whole night.
Valhalla takes possession up to Lazoya. Lazoya is going to miss that first shot of the night. Nice rebound there by number 22, and that's Trevor Sperry. And here comes the Norseman back the other direction. Gazelle, like he does so well from way back, he lets that one fly, and Norseman take a 3-point lead early on. Great take to the basket, and nice follow-up there. We're going to get a 3-point play the other way. That was Trevor Sperry picking up the loose ball from Cody Simmons' missed shot, and he's going to get a chance to go to the line. And that's the first foul of the evening. I believe that was on number 1, Kevin Mills.
That I didn't catch.
We'll find out here. And he misses that first shot, or his other shot. And the Granite Hills fans across the way wanted that foul. They thought the ball was out on Valhalla, but they're not going to get their wish.
And you can see that they're going to be rowdy tonight, so for us to keep them quiet, we need to put a little good effort in this first 5 minutes and just set the tone for the whole night.
So I got to remember there is one team foul on Valhalla. I just don't know who it is on. And Lazoya shoots from quite a distance. Spencer Havard with the rebound. And if you've watched much, we'll let this play out. There'll be a reach-in foul here. And that foul is going to be on number 4, Andrew Lazoya. His second team foul. But as I was saying, we've seen Valhalla throw up a couple threes here early, but if you watch much Valhalla basketball, that's the shot they want to shoot, at least to get themselves started. In talking with Spencer Havard this week, he said that Granite and Valhalla were a lot alike and not real tall, but really like to try to get their game going by shooting some threes. We shall see.
Yeah, Coach Anderson for Granite Hills is notorious for having good shooters on his team, especially when I coached Nick Taylor, to bring up one kid. They're known for driving to the bucket, kicking it out, and shooting a three. And as right now you can see, they're getting a lot of good penetration on us. We're going to have to stop the penetration and force them outside.
That's a third team foul. Nice play there by Kevin Mills, showing his athleticism. Brilliant pass, and Valhalla just can't convert that into points, unfortunately. Nice take there by DJ Palmera, but it can't get it to go. Valhalla will get this ball back, but right there is a good sign of what Kevin Mills can do with his legs, and also, good court vision there. Great potential assist. Unfortunately, could not catch that one in.
Yes, he's very athletic. He's going to have to keep in front of number 5, DJ. DJ's done a good job of penetrating so far.
Now, that's one of those moments in basketball where you wondered if there was going to be a foul. There was none. Here's for Curry from the corner. Right now, number 22, Trevor Sperry, with several rebounds here early. Definitely the tallest kid on the court. Valhalla's got no answer for him at this point. Spencer Havard leading the Norseman charge down the basket, and that's going to be good. 5-2, Norseman take an early lead. Pretty quick pace to this game. That one's no good by Joey Grubb. Nice no-look pass. Jordan Kazar underneath. He's going to draw the foul. He's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
Good look by Spencer, looking up from half court and hitting Jordan underneath. Nice fake by Jordan, drawing the foul.
That foul is on Colton Higgins. That's his first. It's also the first team foul of the evening for the Eagles. 5-2 here early. 5:40 left to go in the first quarter. We're here live at Granite Hills. Jordan Kazar's first field goal is good. Free throw is good. Got a stop in the action here.
Let's see if we make a little adjustment here and try to keep their guards from penetrating all the way through our press here.
Okay. Sounds good to me as I just make some corrections to my notes. Sorry, I kind of checked out there. And so did Jordan made both those free throws?
Correct.
All right. Making some adjustments there as Granite tries to make some adjustments on this end of the basket. Looked like you might have had a turnover there, but no such luck for Valhalla. That shot is going to be air ball. Jordan Kazar picks up the near attempt there at holding on possession for Granite, and Havard lets one fly. Come on! Now we have a different vantage point here tonight. We're actually with the fans, as you may hear occasionally, onto our mics. It gives you that authentic feel like you're sitting here with us in this packed court. Well, not quite packed.
And if you think we're biased.
Yes, that's definitely not us.
George did a good job last possession of keeping Cody from getting to the bucket.
Tough attempt at a shot there for number 5, DJ Palmera. He can't get that one to fall. We're going to get a foul underneath.
That's an easy call. 32 had his hands in the middle of the back.
That's going to be against number 32, Colton Higgins. That's going to be his second, and that's the second team foul. We got a couple new Eagles coming in tonight. We have Jerron Sanders, and it looks like Brian Turner in for the Eagles. 4:58 left to go in this first quarter. Norseman with a lead. Granite getting the ball back. And that one does fall for Cody Simmons, his first points of the night. And Granite pulls within 2. Tough take to the basket. Jordan Kazar, nice offensive board. Can he get another attempt?
That's a great battle for the ball.
Absolutely, he won that battle, and that's something Valhalla hadn't been able to do in the early minutes of the game, although it looks like Trevor Sperry is taking a seat right now, so that gives an advantage to Valhalla. Nice take to the basket by Kazar.
Jordan's got a very nice left hand. He's not afraid to use it.
Jordan's really improved over the last few games and really playing quality minutes and doing great for his team. And that's going to be a foul on Kevin Mills, I believe.
I got a feeling he forgot he was playing basketball and kind of flash back to the football field.
Yep.
But that was a full-on chuck.
Alonzo Bepath comes in for Granite Hills, number 23. Nice steal
job
there by Gazelle. Back to Gazelle from Havard. Gazelle takes it to the basket. Spencer Havard cleans up the miss, and it's 11-5 with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Norseman on top.
That's just good basketball by Spencer. As soon as he got the ball, he gave it right back and then hustled for the rebound.
Another scrappy rebound there by Jordan Kazar. We're going to get a turnover here on Havard. It was good attempt there, but unfortunately can't, once again, cash in on that. But great rebound there by Jordan Kazar.
And right now we're about 4.5 minutes deep, and we've got a nice 11-5 lead, keeping them from doing what they want to do, which apparently is they're trying to penetrate with the guards.
Granite sets in their half-court set here. Not getting a lot of easy shots. Valhalla contesting a lot, and that's good news for Valhalla after coming off that defeat to Grossmont. Valhalla is just one of those teams that they seem to shoot well early. You know, they're going to be a hard out for anybody. They do have athleticism on their side. For Curry for three, no good. Rebound brought down there by Eagles. Take to the basket, no good, but
good rebound, Spencer. Has a nice move underneath, throwing it up left-handed. Just unfortunate didn't go in for him.
Yeah, Joey Grubb there on the attempted pretty fancy shot there. Jordan Kazar shoots up the three, can't get it to go, but Andrew Lazoya more than happy to pick up the points on the back end. Get out there, D! Spencer Havard going to get himself a block shot there. Spencer Havard going to try to get himself a three and can't get that one to fall. Spencer Havard came up a little gimpy on his ankle after that shot attempt, and those of you that have been watching Valhalla basketball, as DJ Polmera gets that one to fall. Spencer Havard has had some trouble with his ankle this year, and he's grimacing a little bit. So I obviously as a big Orange Nation supporter, you got to hope that that's not anything serious. We're going to get a timeout by Keith Jackson. 1:56 left to go in the first quarter, and Valhalla's on top, 13-7.
Yeah, we're off to a pretty good start. I don't think Coach is too happy with the fact that they are getting to the rim, and they are just going past our guards. Our guards aren't holding them off quite enough, so I'm sure he's going to talk about that in this huddle here, how to keep them from getting to the rim.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously that's where the – sorry, just making some adjustments here. Obviously, keeping them away from the rim, you know, one of the things that we talked about when we covered some games earlier for Valhalla. Valhalla seemed to always have to take the tougher shots while their opponent seemed to get the layups and the easier looks. Really, that's kind of different tonight. Valhalla's doing a great job defensively, good job in transition, and they're getting those boards that, you know, they don't normally come up with. Jordan Kazar kind of leading the charge there, so definitely higher percentage shots for Valhalla tonight.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Coach Jackson in the week of practice has got his guys going to the rim to get the rebounds. We're getting more than one person going in after the rebounds.
Spencer Havard back in, even though we thought he had maybe injured his ankle. Here comes the Eagles. Nice shot in transition for Cody Simmons. That's his second three of the night. He's got 6 of the 10 points for the Eagles. 1:30 left to go in this first quarter.
And this is a much different pace than the West Hills game because West Hills played that soft zone. They sat back in a defensive zone. Both teams here are full court pressing, running up and down the court. We're going to see a lot more shots getting put up, a lot more layups getting taken.
Jordan Kazar with an attempt at a save the ball there. And we're going to get an offensive charge here. Good effort there by David Gazelle. And that was on number 4, I believe. Just looking at my roster here. Seth Collins. Just under a minute left to go in this first quarter. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Granite in a half-court set here. Pace slowing down a little bit. And once again, that's Cody Simmons drives to the basket. He's going to get an opportunity for a three-point play. All right, that foul is on Spencer Havard. I believe his first, and that is the 5th team foul for Valhalla. Simmons can't get that one to fall.
And right now we're going to see what kind of composure our team has, because we went from a 13-5 lead. Now Granite has outscored us 7-0. Can we get composed and get a good shot, or at least get a bucket here towards the end of this quarter?
Cody Gladue checked in for Valhalla in the last little break of action there. And you're absolutely right on that. You know, just see how they respond here. Shot clock down to 9. Spencer Havard takes that shot. Granite Hill's going to get this ball back. 21 seconds left to go in the quarter, with a chance to end this stanza with a lead.
They're going to look to penetrate here, get all the way to the rim, probably off of pick and roll.
Simmons is going to take that shot and gets lost on the ground, and we're going to get a tie-up, I think. And actually, we're just going to get time expires. So after 1 quarter of play, Valhalla High School 13, Granite Hills 12. And if you're just watching us for the first time tonight, Valhalla has led the entire first quarter by as much as 6-7 points, I believe, at one time. Granite closed it down the stretch with a nice run, mainly with the shooting of Cody Simmons, who has 8 points, 8 of the 12 points for Granite Hills tonight. Valhalla really showing some improvement on some of the things they seemed to be deficient in earlier in the year. But one thing's for sure, you get the idea that this is going to be a good, close game. Both teams seem to be pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, and what's going to happen probably in this game is you're going to see teams make runs like we did to start off the game, and then Granite Hills made a run to come back. What we are going to have to do is keep our composure and offset some of those runs with a bucket, slow them down, and then get on our own run. And it's a matter of which team is going to crumble, so to speak.
And real quick, one of the fun things about tonight's game, not only is it a rivalry, but you have 2 coaches that are really close friends, in Keith Jackson and Randy Anderson. And in full disclosure, so that this, I want to beat the story. It is true that Randy Anderson, myself, and Keith Jackson once took a plane to watch the Green Bay Packers play the San Diego Chargers about 5 years ago. So there is some connection there. But these 2 guys, very competitive, great coaches, and it's fun to watch them square off over the years with their 2 teams. And a lot of times they go out to dinner afterwards, and that speaks well of this kind of cool rivalry. Of course, Keith Jackson is an Eagle. He graduated from Granite Hills. That adds something to this. And we're going to get a foul there. Trevor Sperry picks up his first foul.
And I actually coached against both of them. Keith, when he was at Granite as a JV coach, and of course Coach Anderson throughout my varsity years, and also when Randy was a JV coach, I coached against him too. I'd love to tell you I dominated them both, my teams did, but I'm not sure that was true.
Gazelle from 3, no good.
Those outside shots are always going to be open. I'd like to see us get a couple inside shots and see if we can't work it in.
That's Colton Higgins off the bench. He had 2 fouls, so he's just back playing after those, but he picks up that 3. And look out, Granite Hills is on top by 2.
And how you were talking, both coaches know each other very well. When you watch Granite Hills, they're used to our offense. They've run it themselves, and I wouldn't doubt that, they've watched some of our film and seen that we run it, and you watch some of their kids cheat the passes and try to jump in the passing lanes.
Great effort there by Gazelle trying to get that rebound, but they're going to call the travel there. And Granite's going to get the ball back. 7:03 left to go in the second quarter. Granite just moments ago took its first lead of the evening.
Now we're going into a little soft half-court trap, trying to make them take some time and keep them from penetrating as much.
And you're absolutely right. Over the years, Randy Anderson has had some of those in fact, I believe he did coach the most prolific three-point shooter in the league history, if I recall. Probably about one of your last years, maybe Keith's first year, if I remember.
Yeah, Nick Taylor.
That's right.
Kid was unbelievable from outside.
Valhalla gets the ball back here. For Curry bringing the break in half court here. There's a lot of contact that they're letting happen, and at least they've been real consistent with that. And I don't have a problem with it. They're consistent. Brilliant move by Spencer Havard. This game is tied back up, but great baseline drive there and come up with the offhand and make a nice play.
Gotta like Spencer making me look good when I said I'd like to see us get a layup.
Absolutely. No, great job from the Coach Thomas. Good prediction and suggestion. Simmons with the drive, and he's not going to get this one to fall.
Good rebound, Cody.
Great pass up ahead to Zoya. There's going to be no foul underneath. Kick out to Havard. And another turnover there for Valhalla.
Andrew started to drive and was looking to kick it to Spencer, and you saw the Granite Hills kid jump into the passing lane and caused him to travel.
So obviously you can probably hear at home some of the displeasure about calls, lack of calls. That's not us. It's not Eric Thomas or myself shutting the mic off and yelling. So, but you know what? It's good to hear the fans care, and that's always good in a rivalry game. As number 1, Joey Grubb knocks that one down. And Granite's lead is back to 2.
If we're going to run that little trap, we can't let them get that pass in the middle so easily.
For Curry for 3. Spencer Havard, tough rebound, tough putback. Cody Gladue trying to clean up that. Kicks it out, and just once again, now it turns into a turnover.
Cody should have just powered that one up.
Simmons for 3, not afraid to shoot that tonight. Rebound underneath, and it looks like we're going to get a foul here.
Cody's done a good job getting 3 rebounds in the last minute or so, but he should have just turned and gone back up to the basket.
Foul's on number, I think he just called that on number 5. He called that on David Gazelle.
You're not calling anything down there. Nothing.
And that's going to be the 6th team foul.
Nothing down there.
6th team foul on Valhalla High School.
Stop calling it both ways. Okay.
Simmons takes a nice tough
There you go.
little battle underneath for that rebound. We're going to get a foul on Granite here.
Call it
It's going to
every
be on
time. Missing it every time, too.
Seth Collins. Picks up his 2nd foul of the evening. And
I'm not sure if I should turn my mic off at times.
now you may have to, but it's all right. That's the natural sound, giving Orange Nation fans an authentic experience. So that crowd noise, it may not be as loud at home as you think, though. It's loud to us, but it's just people supporting their team. So we can stand by that. Zoe off the screen, and we're going to get another foul on number 4, I think, here. Excuse me, that's Seth Collins. I think that's his 3rd foul of the evening. And that's going to be, I think, 7th foul, team foul. And we're going to be shooting 1-on-1, or did I jump the gun? That's the 6th foul. Kevin Mills checks back in for Valhalla.
Andrew did a good job of really bowling his way through there. The guy had an arm bar on him, which was the foul, and he bust through it.
One of the things I know from my coaching experience is when you get mad that you're not getting fouls called, sometimes you don't. Spencer Havard fires that 3. It's no good. Tough rebound there by Kevin Mills. But sometimes you don't do things to draw fouls. You're not driving to the basket. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not giving effort underneath the basket. And so sometimes you can make your own fouls just by that effort, although I have not seen that tonight. It's a missed shot there, and Valhalla's going to get the ball back. But sometimes, although if you do talk to official enough, you may see that kind of shift, although both teams have identical team fouls right now, so there really isn't that great of a disparity as you might think from the crowd's perspective.
Right, and the referees right now are letting them play. There's contact on almost every play, but they're calling the ones that they should, and they're letting the other ones go. Of course, if you're the one that gets the ball knocked away, you always think you get fouled.
Absolutely. Tough drive to the basket. Number 5, DJ Palomera, picks up his 4th point of the night, 19-15. Eagles enjoying a 4-point lead with just about 4 minutes left to go in this first half of Granite Hills Valhalla rivalry basketball action. Tough grab by
nice
Kevin
play,
Mills.
Kevin.
Tough finish by Kevin Mills as well.
Now he can't give up that easy of a layup to the guy. He's got to stay in front of him. but he made up for it with a nice play and a nice bucket. But him being one of my former students, I'm going to be harder on him than anyone else.
And there's another easy bucket for number 1, Joey Grubb. So once again, Valhalla gets that score, but like you said, they let him come right back and get a basket.
Nice pass.
And they're going to get a travel, unfortunately, before the nice pass. And so Valhalla turns that ball over. 3:31 left to go in the half, 21-17. Valhalla trailing by 4. Nice job there by Spencer Havard. Finds himself in the right place at the right time. He's going to take it to the basket. He gets it to go. Spencer Havard, I think, picks up his second. His 4th point of the night there, second basket.
We cannot continually reach and let them go by us. They just need to stay in front of them and play defense.
That foul's on Andrew Lozoya, his 2nd foul of the evening. And you can kind of see what Simmons is going to do. He's either going to shoot the 3 or he's going to drive that lane and try to, it's been successful.
He goes hard to the basket. I like that kid.
He gets his first free throw to fall. For Curry,
I haven't seen him go to the left yet. I'd like to see us shade over, force that kid left, and see if he'll keep him from penetrating.
For Curry, checks in for Valhalla. Higgins checks in for the Eagles as Simmons tries to knock down the 2nd free throw, and he is successful in doing that. He leads all scorers with 10. He has 10 of the 23 tonight for the Eagles. So right now, what does Valhalla have to do here with 3 minutes left to go in the half to try to establish themselves?
Well, I think if we can, again, still work for that three-pointer is always going to be there. If they can work and get some layups, but defensively is where we're really in trouble because we're just letting them get to the rim. Not that they're letting them. They're trying to stop them, but they're not staying in front of the guy.
Jordan Kazar's going to finish that one off.
That's a nice play and a nice finish with the big tall kid going up for the block.
And a good effort here on the back end side, and they're going to actually, I think they are going to give the ball to Valhalla. So Jordan Kazar, I thought maybe tipped that one out of bounds. It was a great effort either way, but Valhalla's going to get that ball back with an opportunity to tie this game up.
He did tip it, and the other kid touched it at the very end.
Good sight by the officials. Good effort by Valhalla as well. Entered that ball at the high post there. It was a nice backdoor cutter, but obviously that's a tough one to see. Turnaround little hook shot there by Havard. A little outside that short corner, but Kazar gets it to fall. Kazar having himself a heck of a night. That's his 8th point of the night. 2:13 left to go. We got timeout on Granite Hills. Valhalla, I think. We're all knotted up at 23.
I think Granite called the timeout. I don't think Coach Anderson was happy about the effort on that last rebound. And then with the scramble, all their players lost who was guarding who. And we had 2 guys wide open for a shot. Jordan made it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot, just outside that little short corner area of the court. Now, the reason why I thought initially that maybe Coach Jackson had called it, didn't really know why, but the official was looking at him like indicating, is it a full or is it a half? And I didn't really quite understand why he was looking at him for that indication when Granite Hills called that. But anyway, we're going to be back here underway here. 2:13 left to go in the half. All tied up between these 2 rivals. Jordan Kazar got himself a steal there. That's a good timeout by Coach Anderson. If you could call a timeout and get that every time, you'd look like a genius as Higgins knocks down that 3 and the Eagles are back on top by 3.
Well, that pass to the middle against our press immediately creates a 3-on-2.
Simmons does a great job of driving and trying to draw that contact. Now, they weren't going to be beautiful steal there by Joey Grubb. Simmons on the back end, they're going to get him with the travel. But what I was trying to say before is Simmons does a great job of not only driving, but you see him, he angles his body in a way to draw that contact. Very few players are willing to do that, but
and he didn't get rewarded on that.
No,
last
he didn't,
time,
but
he got bumped.
But he's been rewarded several times, and that's a great effort by Zero for Granite Hills. 3-point lead for the Eagles, 1:27 left to go in the half. Spencer Havard with a circus shot. McKay with the rebound, can't get that one to fall. And here comes the Eagles. Simmons for 3. Great save by Spencer Havard. Can't capitalize, though. Good defense there by Gazelle. But Curry doesn't have numbers. He forces up a shot, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul.
He'd have been better pulling up right in the middle of the lane for about a 10 footer right at that yellow line. But he tries to force the action and get the call.
3-point lead. It stands under a minute here, 55 seconds to be exact, in this first half of Grossmont Hills basketball action. Simmons down the middle like we've seen all night. Once again, he jumped into Gazelle a little bit there. He's not going to get that one. That would have been a little a crime against Gazelle had they had called that against him. Gazelle for three, no good. Scramble for the ball.
Well, it looks like we brought Terrell in to play Simmons. But again, Simmons went right on him, faked him left, went right. Force that kid to the left and see if he can go all the way that way.
Danny Smith checks in for the Eagles here with 34 seconds. My guess is probably to get Trevor Sperry a break here in the half. Trevor really started out strong on the boards. Haven't seen too much of him lately, but I'm sure in the second half he'll play a factor in this game. Now you have McKay against Simmons, kind of an interesting matchup for McKay to go from Sperry to Simmons. Simmons puts a nice move, kicks it out. And number 5, DJ Polomera gets that one to fall. 6-point lead, 7 seconds left to go. Spencer Havard tried to get 2 points before they break, and he does.
Nice crossover.
And that's the end of the time, and just a missed shot there. At the end of the first half, it's 29-25. The host Eagles has a 4-point lead. Eric, what are some of your thoughts as I tally some things up?
Well, obviously, Cody's just absolutely killing us. That kid is going to the bucket hard. He's getting contact. He's getting layups. And then when we do collapse on him, he's kicking it out, and their kids are hitting wide open threes. So far, I haven't seen him go to his left. This is not a knock on him, but if I'm coaching, I'm telling my guys, you force that kid left, and you do not let him go right. And Terrell had him in the corner the last possession. He faked, brought it back to the middle, and then kicked it out for that wide open three. So Simmons, he's a tough player. It's going to be a handful throughout the whole night, but we've got to slow him down first.
Cody Simmons leads all scorers with 10. He's done it in quite a different ways. He's actually 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He has 1 free throw, and he has 2 3-pointers. Sharing in the scoring duties with him is Colton Higgins with 6, Palmera with 7, and then rounding out scoring is Sperry and Grubb. For Valhalla, Kevin Mills has 2, and Jordan Kazar actually our leading scorer at the half with 8. Spencer Havard with 6 and Andrew Lazoya with 5. Now, I do have to admit one thing. I did miss 1 free throw there early. I actually am missing 1 bucket for Valhalla. I'm not sure who has that. We'll try to get that brought up after the halftime. Right now, though, I think we're going to actually change gears here and look at our preview for wrestling just to see what wrestling still has a couple more duels left to go. Plus, they have the Grossmont League, tournament that we'll be covering here live on Orange Nation TV. So to get a look at that, let's take a look at some wrestling.
You're watching Orange Nation TV.
Amanda Zimmerman here with Coach Bulette, head of the varsity wrestling team. So Coach, tell us, how's the season going so far?
Well, so far we're undefeated in league. We're 2-0, and this week we have Steel Canyon, and we finish out the season with Granite Hills and Helix.
Where do you think you'll end up by the end of the season?
I think right now Granite Hills and Helix have a little bit of more experience than we do. We have a very young team, but last year we came right down to the very last match, and I think we'll be right in the running this year as well.
So who are your top weights this year?
We have a few juniors that worked really hard in the off-season, Noah Houston and Walt Bailey. Both juniors. Last year they were on the JV team, and they put in a lot of time in the off-season, and so now they're some of the top kids in our section right now. Yeah, definitely in our league.
And so, Coach, who's your top matchup of the season?
I think going into Steel Canyon dual meet and Granite Hills duel, those are the 2 teams that I think that they're more veteran type lineups, and if we can take one or both of those down, that would be great.
So, Coach, say a person wants to join wrestling, what would you say to them?
Well, I think it's one of the last combative sports allowed in high school and college, And you know, in high school and college, I competed in several different sports, wrestling, football, among others. And without question, it's tough. And you know, it takes a unique individual to be able to go out and face somebody one-on-one, and that basically is a combative situation, and not just one-on-one, but in front of their peers. And so that's not just physical, but mental.
Coach?
All right, thank you.
Amanda Zimmerman here with Walt Bailey. So Walt, tell me, how does preseason transfer into your normal season?
Well, in the preseason, we practice 5 days a week, and so when the season comes along, we're not, we're ready for it, and we're in shape, and we're just ready to go.
So what are you doing in preseason?
Well, we hit the weight room or in the wrestling room, and it's pretty much what we do in the regular season.
Thank you, Walt. Amanda Zimmerman here with Noah Houston. So Noah, tell me, who's your biggest competition in the season?
I think as a team,
It's okay. We'll start.
all right.
Oh, that was okay.
I was going to say Steel Cannon, then I said Granite Hills.
No, it wasn't that.
It's okay, I hate the video.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's not going to see the back. Okay, go ahead. Focus. Start.
Amanda Zimmerman here with Noah Houston. So Noah, tell me who's your biggest competition in the season?
I feel as a team that Steel Canyon is going to be our biggest meet this year. They have good wrestlers, but they also have a really solid team. They don't have holes or gaps where the wrestlers won't be able to fill the spots.
Thank you, Noah. Amanda Zimmerman here with Nate. So Nate, tell me, how did you get interested in wrestling?
Well, I first started out in kindergarten when a flyer came home in my cubby, and it was a form for wrestling, and my parents said to sign me up because I was a troublemaker, and ever since then I've been wrestling.
Amanda Zimmerman here with Gabriel. So Gabriel, tell me what your favorite wrestling move is.
I have to say my favorite move has to be a crossface, because it's going to really hurt the guy and see the pain in their face. That's what I enjoy in my wrestling.
You're watching Orange Nation TV.
John Todd wide open. Number 4 not going to be brought down. John Todd's going to walk it into the end zone. And this good God. So good. Everybody ready? Follow me. Get up off of that thing and shake the juice. Get up off of that thing and shake the juice. Sing it now. Get up off of that thing and shake the juice. Feel better. Get up off of that thing and try to release that pressure. Get up off of that thing and twist the juice. Feel better. All right, we're back here live, and that's the buzzer to get these players ready to come out and enjoy what we hope will be an equally exciting second half of Grossmont Hills League basketball. Of course, two rivals here tonight at the what I call the Eagles Nest. I don't know if they call that the Eagles Nest. I think it would be a cool name for it.
I think so, too.
Not as cool as the Thunderdome, but we'll be back in the Thunderdome next week, so make sure you stay tuned to Orange Nation TV. But anyway, as we take the court here between Valhalla and Granite, it's a 4-point lead for the Eagles. Any closing thoughts, maybe some wrap-up suggestions, ideas that you'd like to weigh in here on, Coach Thomas?
Well, with this being a rivalry game, you saw a lot of energy and a lot of effort and a lot of adrenaline in that first half. Now what we're going to see, there wasn't a whole lot of subbing going on. Who's fresher? Who's in better shape, especially when it gets down to that fourth quarter?
Almost an early turnover. Nice rebound underneath there by Lazoya. Tough one. He's going to draw a foul right off the bat, and he's going to shoot a free throw here. 7:48, just foul there on number 22, I believe. They said Trevor Sperry, his second.
That's a very nice move to just slide around him, get inside position.
Lazoya misses his first one. One of the little corrections I want to make, Jordan Kazar actually had 10 points in the first half. Right before the break, I said Jordan Kazar had 8, but Jordan Kazar having a heck of a night. I don't know much about Jordan Kazar's scoring history, but I'd have to guess that's got to be a career first half for him, at least at the varsity level. I'll ask him tomorrow that question, and I forgive me if I made an error in that area. We have a break in the action here.
Apparently the soccer noisemakers, I can't remember the name of it. One of the kids has one, and they're making them leave the building.
Vuvuzela or something like that, right? Is that
something like that? Yeah. I wasn't about to attempt to pronounce it.
Yeah, so right now will the Eagles student section on lockdown right now, trying to find that Vuvuzela, which I probably mispronounced, and he misses the second one as Valhalla's going to get this ball back. Granite is determined to allow Valhalla to get the first 2 points of the second half. Hopefully Valhalla will be able to accept this charity.
Let's look for that little cross-cut play because it worked in the first half. We just didn't see him.
All right, what do we got here?
5-second call.
Okay, wow, that's a pretty quick 5 seconds, but I've never been good at math, so we will take their word for it. So Granite gets that ball back after a pretty crazy couple seconds of basketball there between these two teams. And an attempt at a pass that goes off the rim. Kevin Mills fighting for that basketball. He's going to get that ball, and I don't think Joey Grubb's not too excited about that call.
Well, that call hasn't been made the whole first half, and now we're 20 seconds in, they're going to start calling it.
You know, one of the things, too, as a coach that was always hard, and I'm sure as a player, is to make adjustments, and especially when officials make adjustments during the game. So it's always kind of interesting. For Curry, nice attempt there, but unfortunately great defense there by the Eagles. Valhalla will retain possession. 7-25, 4-point lead for the Eagles here in the third quarter.
You always try to get kids to make that bounce pass. That overhead pass invariably gets hit.
Lazoya knocks that one down for 3, and Valhalla is within 1 point.
That's a nice inbounds play.
For Curry, going to get the foul there, riding Sperry there, as Sperry tries to make a move to the baseline. And we're going to get a 5-second the other way, and that's, I was starting to think the same thing, and the fans beat me to it. So 2 5-second violations. I don't think I've seen 2 5-second violations in quite some time, and I saw them with about a minute apart.
Yeah, back to back.
Spencer Havard bringing that ball down. Simmons, 0 there for the Eagles, playing really great offensively tonight and showing great defensive skills as well. Spencer Havard posts them up, can't get it to fall. Nice rebound there by Joey Grubb. This is what Simmons has done tonight. He did not get that one to fall. Nice follow-up rebound there. That one's going to hurt, especially. That's Jerron Sanders. That's his first 2 points of the night. He's also going to get a chance to make this a 3-point play.
Go, it's rebound! Hey, rebound the ball!
I think that foul was on Spencer Havard, his second. and he can't get that one to fall, but Sperry gets, excuse me, not Sperry. That looks like it is Colton Higgins on the rebound. Tough take by the very speedy DJ Palmera. Not a good turn of events for the Norsemen here in the last few seconds of play. 33-28, 6:20 left to go third quarter. Kevin Mills beats the pressure there. About time for Gazelle to heat up here. Lozoya, that's good.
That's a nice dish right there. Nice penetration into the middle.
5 points scored for the Norsemen in the second half, all by Andrew Lozoya. I'll tell you what, Jerron Sanders, that's 2 straight possessions where he's done a phenomenal job on the offensive boards down below. Lozoya for 3. Lozoya, good from the wing there. Add another one to his total.
Looks like he's feeling it.
That brings up his totals to 8 so far in the second half, and he's got, he's got 12 overall, 13 overall.
Good box out by Spencer.
David Gazelle, see if he can do the same. Can't quite get that one to fall. That's a great call there. I was kind of thinking maybe you'd be so quick they wouldn't see that, but they did see that turnover.
Not to fault David, but when I had a kid that hit 3 straight buckets, if he didn't shoot the 4th time, I'm yelling at one of the kids on my team.
Get him the ball, give him the ball. Jordan Kazar checks in. Jordan Kazar leading all scorers in the first half with 10 for Valhalla.
Granite's adjusted their press here just a little bit. We used to be able to throw it inside to that.
Kazar can't get his 12th point.
We were throwing it to the half court right in the middle, and now they're guarding that a little tougher the first pass. They didn't get on Jordan the second pass.
That's a mad scramble.
Nice job, George.
Almost impossible to describe there for you. George Fakuri picks up the mess. Kevin Mills catches it in.
A lot of stuff happening that could have been called, but let it all go.
I'll tell you what, that's when I'm glad it's not radio, because I don't know how you'd even begin to describe the last 10 seconds of action. I can tell you that was a turnover. We're going to get a couple new Eagles checking in here. We got Wes Werman, number 11. I believe this is his first time he's playing tonight. Comes in, number 11 with the headband. And number 24, Brian Turner. And I'm not sure if that's his first action tonight, but I do believe Werman, this is his first action.
Yeah, I think Coach Anderson recognizes that the adrenaline is starting to fade from the kids. People are starting to get tired, get some fresh legs in there.
We got his foul on Spencer Havard away from the ball. I believe they're going to get him with a moving screen. I think the most unfortunate thing about that is I believe that's his 3rd foul. And you don't want to see Spencer Havard sitting.
And I believe that, again, is the makeup offensive screen foul.
Absolutely.
We saw one at the West Hills game.
Nice job there. Kevin Mills has a chance to take the lead for the Norsemen, and indeed he does. We're going to get a timeout. Randy Anderson wants to talk it over with his Eagles. 4:14 left to go in the third quarter, 37-35. And as you can tell from the crowd, it's an exciting
It's starting
night.
to heat up.
That's right. So what do you think of this start here for the Norsemen here in the third quarter?
I think it's just what we needed. We lost a little bit of it from that first quarter. We needed to right the ship, get ourselves back on track, and we're stopping penetration.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I keep waiting for Simmons. For those of you at home, that's 0 to start what he did in the first half, which was he shot some nice threes, and when they took that away, he's like, hey, I'll drive on you all night. And he had one drive here in the first quarter, but couldn't get it to fall down, and no foul, no free throw attempt. So obviously we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, I think our focus is going to be, as Coach Jackson's telling the kids, you can't let them in the lane. You can't let guys get to the rim. You've got to stay in front of them. In the very first play, you saw George try to armbar the guy out of bounds. Needed to move his feet a little more, but I think we'd rather give up a quick foul like that than to give up a layup.
Absolutely. All right, we're about ready to get underway after that last timeout by the Eagles. 4:14 left to go in this third quarter. 37-35, the visiting Norsemen, 2-point advantage over the host Eagles. This is Orange Nation TV. I'm John Owens, and I'm here with the basketball expert of the East County, Eric Thomas.
I'm going to kill you after a while.
If you just let me call you E.T., I wouldn't throw the word expert.
It's bad enough you keep throwing expert out there.
Well, maybe you can share this link with some family members, and they'll see how well you're doing. And as I went to break, I unfortunately was talking about Simmons' ability to score inside, and he proved to me how right I was, unfortunately. That's his first 2 of the half.
That's a heck of an athletic move. And as you saw Jordan cut up to the middle, their guy, number 10, Saunders, went right with them. So they're adjusting their press and not letting us get that middle pass.
Granite seems to be turning up the defensive pressure a little bit in half-court set. And Granite's going to get the ball back. Number 32, Colton Higgins, checks back in for the Eagles. He checks in for number 11, Wes Werman, who got his first action there. Had a minute or two of basketball tonight.
And you can bet anytime Spencer gets the ball down low, they're going to converge on him. And you saw 2-3 guys around him on that play.
And there was no foul there. I mean, it was just good defense there. And in fact, I thought they were going to tie him up. Take to the basket. Jordan Kazar is going to draw the foul on number 1, Joey Grubb, who will go to the line to shoot 2.
It was a nice little move by Joey to shield the ball with his body and create the contact and get the foul.
All right, we're getting some more shifts as Sperry comes in for the Eagles. And Joey Grubb gets the second one to fall.
See, they're coming up and taking that middle pass away, but then the guards just kind of sag off. They're either looking to make that steal or just slow us down a little bit.
Nice good backdoor cut. Way to Kevin Mills to see that. Unfortunately, can't get it to fall. Wow, if you're seeing that at home, you may want to watch that again. In fact, I almost want to go home and make that a highlight and send it back to Granite because Simmons made a nice play there. Jordan Kazar from three-point land.
Well, Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons made a nice play on that. Sperry is going to pick that rebound up. Jordan Kazar comes down with it, though, for Valhalla. Kevin Mills.
Good shot, Kevin.
All right, we're going to get a little hand check down here in the corner. And I didn't see who they called it on. Eric, did you see who on Valhalla it was on?
I want to say they called it on Spencer, but it looked like he said 34.
All right, that foul was on Havard there. Simmons from the corner. A lot of fighting there for those. Good action there on both teams, but Valhalla's going to get that ball back.
Everything's going to be a battle in this next quarter and 2 minutes.
We're just making some adjustments to our stat sheets. Make sure we're accurate on how many fouls, who's got what. Sorry for the little bit of delay in some of the stats we normally give you during the breakdown of the game. Spencer Havard, nice move to the basket.
That's a nice little pick and roll we ran, and Spencer just used his size to get all the way to the rim.
All right, there's a travel that the fans definitely wanted.
I tell you, Teron Saunders has been great on the boards for Granite Hills. Unfortunately, once he gave that one to Simmons, Simmons cut right into him and ran into each other and caused their own travel.
All right, so just to update, Spencer Havard has 3 fouls. Andrew Lazoya has 4 fouls. I was not aware of that, but there's a steal by the Granite Hills Eagles. 1:20 left to go in this third quarter of action. Been a close one all game. Eagles has a 1-point advantage. And Jordan Kazar, nice rebound there. That's just good, gritty basketball action there, even though they're going to give the ball right back. But that was good effort there by DJ Palomera. You know, just picking up what's given to you, but unfortunately for an Eagles, he can't cash that in.
Yeah, DJ got a little out of sorts there. He just, once he got that steal, his head went down, he was going to the basket.
You get the feeling that this game is going to go right down to the very end.
I wouldn't expect anything different.
5 team fouls for the Eagles, only 2 for Valhalla, so little change of fortune. Nice backdoor cutter again. This time, Kevin Mills going to the basket, but it's blocked. Kevin Mills is going to pick up one there. That's going to be his second foul of the evening. We had talked at halftime, you know, kind of that entry pass there at the elbow, the little backdoor cut. Valhalla's gone to that a couple times. Unfortunately, haven't been able to cash it in every time.
Yeah, Sperry did a nice job of staying just straight up and down, and Kevin tried to pump fake him out of the way, but, you know, height helps.
It does, and you can't really coach it. That shot is no good. David Gazelle with the nice rebound. Spencer Havard going to try to do some things for himself. Nice turnaround shot for Spencer Havard. Add another point to his total, a total of 8 for him.
Spencer's been very good about getting to the rim.
That's his first basket of the second half. Another missed 3. Some of the shots that Valhalla has been stuck with over the weeks. Nice pass ahead, but good decision there by Gazelle not to force that into traffic. And
yeah, we're going to try to get the last shot, and of course we're going to put it in Spencer's hand. We don't need a double screen on him.
Spencer Havard for 3 at the, not good. We got a nice rebound, draw a foul underneath. David Gazelle finding himself in the right place at the right time.
For what?
Well, that's not. And
apparently the referee is not kidding our fan.
You're absolutely horrible.
And that foul is actually on David Gazelle. And I have to say, I am quite a few distance from the court, and I don't quite understand how. I mean, it looked like he had position, I should say.
Well, look, he slid around his man and got inside of Sperry. I just don't know if he moved his man out of the way to do it.
Yeah. I will tell you this, with 5 seconds left under the other team's basket, you put him on the free throw line with 3 seconds left. That's a big call right at the end of a quarter in a 3-point game.
Get out of here!
So that's an interesting call as number 5, DJ Palomera, knocks down that first one and makes it a 2-point lead. 3.9 seconds left to go in this third quarter. So, and cannot knock the first one. Nice rebound there by Spencer Havard. And for Curry, he's going to throw up the half-court shot. Can't get it to fall. After 3 quarters of Grossmont Hills League action, Granite Hills 41 and your Norseman 43. We have 8 minutes left to go in this quarter. How do you think this is all going to play out? Obviously, Granite's going to be shooting free throws for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I thought it was a great quarter by us to kind of take charge. And Spencer has just dominated as far as taking people off the dribble, getting into the lane, stopping, faking, hook shots, powering up, pivots, and then he's had a nice little backdoor cut. Our offense has been much better this quarter than it has at the start. It doesn't seem like we're working as hard.
That's a good point. You know, one of the things you had said at halftime is that we had to work twice as hard as the other team just to get, the same amount of points. Exactly, and so it seemed to be a lot better in the third quarter. We'll see what Coach Jackson's crew of Norsemen have in store for the last 8 minutes, but hopefully they can hold on and get that second league win and stay at least somewhere in the running. Mix. Yeah.
It looks like he's gone away from our primary offense, which is this type of flex game, and now he's gone to a pass to the high post, which Granite hasn't been able to defend very well, honestly.
All right, we are underway in this fourth quarter of action, 43-41. Shot from the corner, no good. Kevin Mills, nice rebound there. David Gazelle unable to get that one to fall.
He's had a tough night shooting, and that's his shot. You know, a little catch, dribble right into your shot and put it up. He just hasn't been very successful tonight.
Valhalla has really 2 dangerous three-point shooters, Lazoya and Gazelle, and a nice shot there by Joey Grubb.
That's just too easy. We just can't let them have those type of layups. And this is what I always like watching, the two best players guarding each other.
Absolutely. Simmons and Havard, been really a fun matchup tonight. Both players extremely athletic and confident in their abilities to score. Spencer Havard, nice move to the basket. Just cannot get that one in off the glass, and here comes the Eagles. Joey Grubb, another nice layup, and the Eagles now have a 2-point advantage. 7 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter.
And you can see right now some of the kids are dragging. You're going to have to see some substitutions in there and get some fresh legs.
Keith Jackson appears to call a play here. Let's see if they get out of this. Spencer Havard looking to drive. He's going to shoot the three. Can't get that one to fall. Jordan Kazar keeping that ball alive. Nice job to Kevin Mills. Kevin Mills in the land of the Giants decides to kick that one back out. Nice baseline move by Gazelle.
Oh, that's a nice play. Nice job, Jordan.
They're going to call that foul on Jordan Kazar, I believe.
Yeah, I think he got him by the arm. That was a great little pump fake by David. Just unfortunately, that ball rolled in and out on him.
It's just they're working so hard, and they've done the right things to get those high percentage shots. They just can't get the ball to go through the cylinder.
He's just having one of those nights.
Got a 1-and-1 here. That was Jordan Kazar's third foul of the evening.
This could be huge for Granite because, like you said, they're in the bonus. They're going to be shooting 2 free throws after 2 more fouls, and we're still 6.5 minutes left to go in this quarter. It could be a parade to the free throw line, which will be probably the most boring thing to be watching. But the game has slowed tremendously.
Absolutely. Sperry's second shot, no good. Sperry almost got his own rebound. Spencer Havard leading the charge. Jordan Kazar is going to take that one to the basket. Nice kick out. Lazoya from the corner, no good. Awfully close to the baseline, awfully close to Jordan Kazar picking up his 4th foul there, but way to stay active for both teams.
It's been a while since Andrews shot the ball after he hit those 3 in a row.
Tough take to the basket, no good. Another nice rebound for number 10 of the Eagles. He can't get that one to fall. 2 Norsemen fighting, unfortunately, for that ball.
Number 10 for Granite, Saunders, Teron Saunders, has done an outstanding job on the offensive board for them.
That foul's on Trevor Sperry, his 3rd foul of the evening. That'll be only the 3rd team foul for Granite this deep into the 4th quarter. 8 team fouls on Valhalla. Entry pass from Fakuri up to Lazoya. We're going to get a foul outside. Looks like maybe the official's going to be evening up this foul disparity a little bit. I'm all for it. Joey Grubb picks up his 2nd, 4th team foul. Valhalla will get this ball underneath the basket. See what interesting out-of-bounds play, or inbounds play that Keith Jackson has worked up here. They've had a 5-second call tonight. They didn't get one there. Spencer Havard's going to have all alone in the corner. Can't get the glass to do him any good, and it's another missed shot for Valhalla.
Well, you knew DJ was going to be driving in the bucket. Yeah. I haven't seen him do. I think that's what he has on his mind the second he gets the ball.
And he's quick, and that's George Fakuri's 3rd foul, 9th team foul. But, I'll tell you what, DJ appears to be one of the fastest guys on the court, so why not? And he gets that one to fall.
And he's making it count.
Absolutely.
He's making free throws. I think he's actually, has he hit a 3? I thought he hit a 3 first half.
He did. He did in the 2nd quarter as he missed that free throw. He had 7 points at the half. He has 11 now. And he's going to pick up a foul. But you know what? You have so many fouls to give, really. I mean, it's just good defense. He's gotten away with it, and I don't mean like gotten away with it. He's just played well all night.
Yes.
And so he picks up a foul, but good effort there by by DJ Palomera. And that's his 1st foul of the night, I believe.
I think he's just going to try to challenge Kevin as far as who's faster.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Kevin Mills got a little bit of a push off there, but they didn't call it. It's fine by me. Spencer Havard kick it out to Kazar. Kazar's going to drive this one to the basket. Beautiful take by Jordan Kazar.
Nice split.
And he had 10 points in the first half. That's his 1st bucket of the 2nd half, and he now has 12. Under 5 left to go here. this fourth quarter of action. 2-point lead for the Eagles. Here comes Simmons. Nice kick out to Sperry. He's going to draw the foul. Unfortunately, Cajon is going to pick up his fourth team foul, or excuse me, his fourth personal foul.
Yeah, Spencer tried to draw a charge. One was called in the first half, wasn't called there. Jordan looked like he did a good job of defending the basket.
Sperry's going to go to the line shooting. Looks like they're getting some unknown substances cleaned up off the court. My guess, sweat.
Yeah, that's probably an outline of Spencer's body where Sperry ran into him.
4:46 left to go in this fourth quarter of action. Those of you keeping track at home. Been a very interesting and well-matched game between these two teams.
And every time we think one of the teams is going to take control, the other team takes control instead and comes back and takes the lead.
Well, Valhalla is about due to take a lead and maybe a lead for good, but Sperry knocks that one down. That's a fourth point of the night for Sperry. He misses the second one. Nice rebound by Spencer Havard. And I tend to agree with Coach Jackson on this. He did go to the ground, but he did maintain his dribble. I don't know what the exact ruling on that is, but if nothing else in that position, why don't you just call another foul? I mean, it's off a free throw. That's kind of one of those holy,
Well, falling to the ground is not a travel, especially if you keep the dribble alive. You can fall to the ground, that's fine.
Yeah.
You just can't roll after that.
Yeah.
But he went to the ground on a dribble, so
Off
it
a
shouldn't have
free
been a foul.
And there is going to be a foul, but unfortunately against Valhalla, but it's against George Curry, and that'll be his fourth foul of the night. And now you start
now we're getting to the parade to the free throw line.
Yeah. Palomera, missed that first free throw. Jordan Cajon pulls that one down.
That was a good, strong rebound.
So, I understand what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, Kevin Mills got great vertical leap, but he's a couple inches shorter than he probably needed to be able to pull down that pass from Spencer Havard. We're going to get a timeout for Valhalla. Keith Jackson wants to talk to the official a little bit about maybe foul disparity. I doubt he's asking what his pick is for the Super Bowl on Sunday, but definitely 10 team fouls for against Valhalla to only 5 for Granite, but that's going to happen. I mean,
yeah, he's trying to settle his kids down right now. They're getting a little emotionally caught up in the calls or non-calls that, how they're viewing how the game's being called, and they just need to settle down and play basketball. Probably not the best decision to try to make that half-court lob pass. Kevin might have got fouled from behind, but they're not going to make that sort of call.
And you know what? You're down 3. It's not like you need a 10-point comeback here, so they can be patient. Valhalla can afford to really just be patient.
Yeah, he just needs to remind them, hey, we're playing basketball here. Get in and do what we do best. Run this, run that, and let's get some buckets and get out of here with a win.
About 4:20 left to go in this fourth quarter. Granite enjoying a 3-point lead. Pardon me, there's a little choked up. This game's been so close. And that's back-to-back possessions there where Valhalla trying to get something to go. Try to do a little showtime maybe, and they're quite not prepared for that. Simmons looking to do what he's done well all night, and that is make something happen for the Eagles. Can't quite get it done there. The 2.5-point shot, no good.
That was great defense by Spencer. He might have got a hand on that one.
Lazoya wanted to shoot it. Nice ball fake. Cajon goes baseline. Good kick to Spencer Havard. He wasn't quite ready for it.
Oh, it got tipped, unfortunately, and then he couldn't quite come up with it.
Simmons' three-pointer, no good. Valhalla just does some shades of things that they're about ready to do something fantastic, and they just can't quite finish.
And you notice the pace is picking up again.
Beautiful 3 by Spencer Havard. And look at that. We're all tied up again. 3:25 left to go in the game. Palomera drives to the basket. No foul there. Unusual. Palomera, tell you what, Mr. Hustle there tonight gets that ball back. Unfortunately, he lost the handle. He's a fun guy to watch, though.
He's great to watch. He's going full out.
between him and Kevin Mills, that'd be a good half of a 4-by-1 team. Jordan Kazar for 3, can't get that one off the glass. They're going to call this foul against, are they calling the foul? They calling something on the baseline. Oh, actually, no, we're going to get a foul on number 1, Joey Grubb.
Yeah, David thought it was on him, and he made a great play to get that rebound. Joey Grubb gave him a little bump, and David thought it was going to be called on him since he's had such a tough game for him.
Well, in Gazelle's defense, the last time we were down there, almost picture perfect in that area, it was against him. Spencer Havard gets the ball off the inbound. So a half-court set here. Valhalla taking their time, setting this up. 2:50 left to go in this game. David Gazelle looking for a basket. Hasn't had one in a while. Of course, the Granite Hills student section enjoyed that missed shot. Not a travel there, I guess, but definitely not pretty. And thank goodness Valhalla did not reward with a foul. Spencer Havard to the basket. He's going to get a three-point opportunity. Beautiful take to the basket, and Valhalla takes that lead back. Hasn't had it for quite a few minutes, and it's quite kind of nice to see the guys in orange and gray take that lead back.
That's a nice little left hand when you're absorbing the contact. Very difficult to do, to get bumped and shoot with your offhand.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And Granite Hill's going to call a timeout, talk this one over. Randy Anderson wants to talk to his Eagles and make sure that they are in the right frame of mind down the stretch. But you're absolutely right. Beautiful take, and you know, one of the better shots of the night, and way to go to the basket and get another free throw opportunity for Valhalla.
Yeah, he had Kevin Mills ahead of him, but he knew it was going to be a tough pass, and he saw that the defense wasn't really coming out to guard him. They were just kind of soft, so he just split them, went up, absorbed the contact, put in a nice left-handed layup.
It might be
huge lead for us right now.
And I'll tell you one thing, seeing Spencer take that shot, take that trip to the basket there, now trip to the free throw line. It's a little cliche, but in times like this, you want your senior leader, arguably one of your best players, to step up and make that kind of play, and he sure did that.
And he hit the 3 to get us to 48, and now he's going to make this three-point play because I'm confident he's going to make the free throw. I know there's no way I could jinx him.
Eric Thomas has called this, so we'll see. We'll start calling him in Vegas. And
oh my gosh.
And you know what? Eric Thomas may not be wrong.
I gotta love those soccer fans over there using the. Pronounce that again for me, please.
Vuvuzela, I believe is how you call it. And now his fans are his fellow friends are pointing at him, and we have a kid ducking down in the student section with a noisemaker. If you didn't hear it at home, they have a Vuvuzela, and I may be screwing that up. It's been a while since the World Cup.
And Randy just got warned that if it happens again, I think they're going to call a technical.
Well, wouldn't that be amazing if that actually was the difference in this game? 2:32 left to go, and Spencer Havard's going to get a chance to make Mr. Eric Thomas correct on the prediction of a made free throw here.
Yeah, the first one really didn't happen then, did it?
That didn't really happen.
I'm a genius.
You are an absolute genius. 3-point lead, 2:30 left to go in this game. As I watch the principal from Granite Hills trying to confiscate noisemakers, and it looks like he was successful. We have a scramble. We're going to get a jump ball. Keith Jackson, I believe, wanted a timeout. They weren't going to give him possession. Valhalla will get the ball, though, off the jump ball call. So a big possession here for Valhalla. Really a big possession for both teams.
You know, we can get a bucket here and go up by 5, which is 2 possessions. You know, with the shot clock, you don't really need to take the first shot after that. You can let that clock run down and probably power Spencer down low or even Jordan down low. I'd like to see Andrew get a bucket.
That'd be nice. Get off the schneid a little bit there. He's actually hasn't really attempted much, I should say. He had a nice start. I was a little nervous there. Almost a close one there. That half-court line is a tough one. Jordan Kazar fading away. And Jordan Kazar's had a nice night. That shot notwithstanding. Joey Grubb, nice return.
I tell you, Granite's got 3 guys that are fearless going to the basket. They take it in among the trees, and they've got some nice little moves.
Right, if we're going to talk big possessions, this would be one of those big possessions for both teams. Spencer Havard for 3, and he misses that shot. 1:40 left to go in this game. It's a 1-point game. Granite Eagles with the ball, trailing by 1. Simmons looking to drive. They're going to get a foul, I think, on Spencer Havard on a reach when, it could have been a couple different things, but they're going to call that on Spencer Havard. That's his 4th foul of the evening.
No, and right when you needed us to make some good possessions, not that they were the worst possessions, but fading away and a little off balance on the three. I'd rather see us try to work that ball down low, get it on a drive to the bucket. But maybe this next few possessions we can do that since he's missed the free throw.
Simmons' first free throw is no good. Valhalla holds on to that 1 point lead. He does get the second one to go.
Let's see if we can keep our composure and get a good play here. Coach Jackson's called out a play.
Spencer Havard with his ball in hand, trying to get off the dribble against Simmons, his nemesis tonight. Can't get that one to fall, and I think we're going to get a foul here. And I tell you what, Joey Grubb's not happy about it, but he better be careful because there could be more than just a foul. I mean, the way he walked away from that, sometimes you get a technical, but they didn't call it. So Jordan Kazar fighting for a position down there.
Did a great job fighting for position and created the foul.
Shooting 1-on-1 here. Jordan Kazar could finish off a pretty nice night if he could knock these down and give Valhalla the lead again. And he's unable to knock that down. Nice rebound by Sperry. Good steal by Lozoya. They're going to get a foul on him. Coach Jackson not too happy about that call. And unfortunately, that's Lozoya's 5th foul. And probably percentage-wise, one of the best shooters for Valhalla. Will be watching the rest of this game from the bench. And I'll tell you what, there's been some interesting calls underneath the basket off free throws tonight. And I can't say I've agreed with all of them, but at least I've agreed with both sides of them. You know, so they're consistent. I may be the one that's wrong up here. So
I tell you, it's been that kind of night for Andrew. I thought he reached in there and made a great little steal. And just the way his whole night has been, it's just been one of those nights that you got to get over and move on to the next game.
Absolutely. Andrew Lozoya is going to sit down after scoring. Let's see. I'm just watching the action here as Gazelle comes in. He's going to finish with 13 points on the night. Nice game for him. But, you know, he's sitting one of your better shooters down with minute 13 is not good for the Norseman.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I had him mixed up with David. David's had Andrew's actually had a pretty good night. Once he hit those 3 in a row, we kind of lost him in the offense.
Partly because he got foul trouble and he's been sitting for a while. And Sperry looking to shoot another free throw and take that lead back, and he can't do it. Good rebound there by Havard. Every time I see a rebound, I get a little nervous under that free throw, thinking where's the foul going to come from, but did not occur right there. For Curry with the ball on the top. We're at a minute left to go in this tied basketball game. Kazar with the ball on top. 15 to go on the play clock there. For Curry, he's going to drive Jordan Kazar from the short corner, and he just can't get it to fall. Tough rebound by Sperry. 45 seconds left to go. Tie ball game. Simmons with the ball. Palomera doing what he does best. He drives. Jordan Kazar kicks that one off the rebound. Simmons pulls it down. Can't get it to go. Beautiful rebound by Kazar. What do you do here, Coach? 30 seconds left to go. Really, even with the shot clock, you have possession. Do you call timeout? Risk coming this out of... Okay, that's what's going to happen. Coach Jackson's going to call timeout. One possession game here. So, Coach Thomas.
No shot clock.
No shot clock. So what do you call here? The 2-point play, I bet.
You call the magic play that works all the time. No, what you're wanting to do is get the ball into your most prolific scorer. And I got a feeling we're going to go with Spencer. We might run a pick and roll with him. And I'm not sure if he's going to run a pick and roll up at the top, what we've been successful at so far, or if he's going to try to run him off a screen down low to get him in that position to where if he gets the ball, he can create contact and get the foul.
And exactly, my thought is this, get the ball to Spencer. Say drive with about 5 seconds left, so if something bad happens, you know, and hope they foul you, win this on the free throw line. We're on the road here. I'm pretty conservative. My fear is you get this shot a little early, somehow some magic happens, Eagles action, you know, magic-wise, but we'll see what happens here. Obviously, Keith Jackson's been here before.
He's going to have enough faith in whoever he puts the ball in their hands that they're going to make a good decision, whether it's a drive to the bucket or whether it's a drive and then a kick. And, you know, the last shot that Jordan had there, I'd take that same shot again. Wide open 15-footer.
And he's hit it from there tonight before, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities. 24.2 seconds left to go. Tied game between two rivals. Spencer Havard's going to have the ball.
We're going to run it down, it looks like, and leave it in Spencer's hand. I don't know if we're going to run a pick and roll with them. Crowd's up on their feet.
Got a screen off the top. Spencer Havard's going to kick out for Curry from the corner. Can't get it to go. For Curry's going to have the ball back. Gazelle for three. And we're going to overtime.
Man, that would have just been a great thing for Gazelle to have that go in.
So you saw there, folks, exciting conclusion to regulation. So we're going to go to overtime here.
That would have made up for every bad thing that's happened to that poor kid tonight.
And the one thing I'm looking here that's probably not a good sign for anybody is Spencer Havard is on the bench, and maybe somebody stepped on his toe. I hope it's not his ankle. He's looking at his foot, and it appears to be in pain. We'll keep you updated on his status as best we know. We don't have a sideline reporter to let us know, so we're just guessing from about 15 feet away, I suppose, or 20, accounting for the height. And anyway, we're going to go into this is our first overtime game of the year, and actually
the standard Granite Hills Valhalla barn burner, whether it's on a Wednesday or a Friday or a Monday or a Tuesday.
And I will tell you, this is the first overtime game in Orange Nation TV history. So, folks, if you're sitting at home, you're part of history.
If you're already tired of us, well, you got a few more minutes to suffer.
Right. So, one of the big headlines here is that, unfortunately for Valhalla, Andrew Lozoya can't come back and play. He's fouled out right before regulation ended with about a minute left. So 4 minutes are going to be put on the clock. We're tied at 51. We're going to have another jump ball here between Kazar and Sperry. Valhalla magically over the last quarter had some students appear, so it appears to have a little more jam-packed crowd, probably a little more crowd noise here in the second half.
It's a pretty good midweek crowd.
I agree. And Palomera doing what he's done pretty well all night. And
he gets a look in his eye from above the three-point line, and you know he's going.
And you'd have to be pretty fast to be able to guard him. He's a good off the dribble. For Curry trying to answer back. Valhalla can't answer with that. 2-point advantage for the Eagles. 3:30 left in overtime, first overtime of the night. Simmons, another guy who's not afraid to drive, but he kicks it back to Palomera.
See, they're running the same flex offense that we run. And that's probably why they've done such a good job on us defensively, and that's why Jackson has switched it up in the second half.
Palomera with kind of a dream shot there. Didn't get it to fall. Nice rebound by Kazar. Kazar's had a solid evening here at Granite Hills, scoring, I think, 12 points and a ton of rebounds.
A lot of hustle out of him and a lot of battle for the boards.
The junior really showing his improvement. Nice pass to Fakuri. Tell you what, you cannot survive very long if you can't cash those in underneath the basket in a close game like this, but Valhalla will retain possession, trailing by 2, under 3 minutes left to go in overtime. Jordan Kazar from the corner. Rebound by Kevin Mills, and he's going to get Palomera to foul him. Nice even matchup under the basket. I would have to guess Palomera and Kevin Mills, if they're not the same height, Kevin Mills maybe a quarter inch on him, maybe.
Kevin's got him a little bit bigger on weight and strength, and could have called DJ for trying to root him out of there.
Kevin Mills' first free throw is good. Kevin Mills had a very busy second half. Only had 2 points in the first half, but he had 6 to finish up regulation. Now 7 total in the second half and 9 overall as he looks to add to that. And we have a tie basketball game once again. I'll tell you what, that's just good hard effort for the basketball. That's a tough call for the official on the other side of the basket, quite a distance away. But either way you look at it, Fakuri's going to pick up another foul. That's his 5th. So that's the second Norseman, I believe, that's going to foul out of this game. And Simmons, they're not making any indication. I could be off, I guess.
Well, with so many fouls being called, I'm sure we've missed one somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I have him down for 5, but I could be wrong. It would not be the first time that I was wrong keeping stats.
Box out!
1 point lead. See if Simmons can make it a 2 point lead, and he does indeed. 17 points for Simmons tonight. Very healthy evening for him. Spencer Havard trying to make a move underneath, and he does. Jordan Cajon, beautiful rebound underneath. Sperry's going to block, and they're going to give Granite the ball. So very unusual. Granite blocks the shot and gets the ball back.
Yeah, it did go off of Jordan. After Sperry blocked it, Jordan reached for it and touched it.
2:22.
That's a good effort by him getting the rebound.
Under 2:20 left to play. 2-point lead for Granite. Valhalla's got to look to get a stop here. Palomera going to drive. Big surprise there. He misses. Great rebound by Jordan Cajon. And you know what? The fans are getting more fired up, and you know they might have grounds for an argument on that one. At least good rebounding underneath, but the way they've called it tonight, Gazelle takes it to the basket. Jordan Cajon can't get the rebound to go, but he's going to go shoot free throw.
Man, we're getting good shots at the rim. We just can't finish right now.
And I tell you what, you just can't win many games if you continually miss those shots. And it's dumb luck at this point. I mean, it's not bad shots.
Those kids are battling so hard.
Jordan Cajon gets that one to knock down. That's his 13th point of the evening. He had 10 in the first half. He's had 3 in the second. Both teams now knotted up at the double bonus. And he gets the next one. Those are big free throw shots. Big free throw shots. Nice effort there by Kevin Mills. I tell you what, there's two ways to look at this game. The officials literally could have been blowing the whistle every 5 seconds in this game or not. You know what I mean? It's just been an up and down game in terms of that. Nice dish by Simmons to Sperry.
We got lost on a little help side rotation.
Sperry coming alive here in the second half.
And that happens when you let dribble penetration occur. Coach Jackson calling out a play, trying to get a good shot. I'm trying to get words out of my mouth, but they're not.
Cody Simmons is going to get a foul, and I'll tell you what, you know how good Cody Simmons is? That's his first foul of the night, and I'll tell you what, he's been playing very energetic defense. You know, good for him. You know, that's he's very quick, very confident in the way he plays, so good for him. Spencer Havard going to go to the line.
I think I predicted that one would go in also.
There you go, keeping it alive. Spencer Havard, just for those of you keeping track, has 4 fouls. So with 1:28 left to go, we hopefully he will not pick up that 5th. He's been a very important part of the team tonight. $1:28 left to go in the game. We're all tied up at 57. Palomera, just a near steal there by Spencer Havard. He's making the argument that number 32, Colton Higgins, actually touched that, but couldn't quite get him to his line of thinking over there.
No, we got a little lucky. We had 3 guys guarding the same 2 guys.
Nice steal by Spencer Havard for Curry. They're gonna say the foul's on the ground. But he's
DJ hit him afterwards, so he's going to count the basket.
He is going to count the basket. Sorry, when he first pointed to the ground, it's not your traditional count it.
Right, it wasn't.
And so forgive me on that. I'm like, wow.
You were going to be more amazed than I was.
I was, and that's for Curry's first bucket of the night, and it could not come at a better time, and that could not come at a better time. And Valhalla takes a 3-point lead, 1:14 left to go in overtime. Valhalla's got a big defensive possession here, and then they can start thinking about closing this one out. Coach Thomas, what's your pearls of wisdom?
Like we've been talking the whole night, you cannot let DJ and you cannot let Simmons penetrate. Once they penetrate, they create all sorts of breakdowns on our defense. They can penetrate and get to the rim. They can penetrate and kick it out. The first thing he's got to be getting his kids to do is we've got to clog that middle and prevent them from getting to the rim. There's still time for very many possessions. You could probably get 3 or 4 possessions in this 1:14 left. So the first thing we're going to do is we got to stop the penetration and get a stop right off the bat. Then they're going to have to foul us.
I'll tell you one thing I want to say. I want to extend a big thank you to Granite Hills High School for allowing us to come over here and cover this game. You know, we don't cover a lot of away games because we're not always sure if the schools want us there. But Granite Hills open arms, and thank goodness they did, because this is one of the best high school basketball games I've seen in quite some time, and just in terms of being equal, balanced. You have the intrigue.
And the rivalry. I wouldn't expect this game to go any other way.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun so far. Minute 14 left to go in this game. 3-point advantage for the Norsemen. Both teams shooting free throws. They have been for a while. I think Granite's been shooting free throws since about a minute into the third quarter. It's been a long night in terms of fouls for both teams. And, you know, I thought maybe that shot would fall because it was not one of those unorthodox threes, but under 50 seconds left to go.
You got
Valhalla.
27 seconds left on the shot clock, about a 23-second difference. We don't really need to score. We can let them foul. We just need to go to the bucket hard with less than 10 minutes or 10 seconds on the shot clock.
But you got to be careful because both Simmons and Palomera are two of the quickest people I've ever seen in terms of playing defense. They could easily get a steal in if you're not paying attention.
Especially if you throw it straight across the midline.
5 seconds left on the play clock. Havard takes it to the basket, can't get it to go. Here comes Simmons with the Eagles. 24 seconds left. Palomera going to shoot the well, he's not going to shoot the three. He kicks that out. Sure enough, no good there. Kevin Mills secures the rebound. Sperry
he's strong with
foul.
it.
Somebody's got a foul. And they're trying to get a foul, and sure enough, when you want to get a foul, you can't. Palomera gets his third foul and a necessity foul. 11 seconds left to go. I think well, I thought we'd probably get a timeout here by Eagles. They may be out of timeouts. I don't know if they are. But 11 seconds. Kevin Mills can knock down one of these two free throws, and we're talking a pretty good position here for Valhalla.
Well, lucky for us, they're in the double bonus also. So Kevin's got 2 chances to make this a 2-possession game.
And that's just hope.
And with 11 seconds left, that's huge.
If he can knock down 2 of them, that's gravy. But one would be awfully nice, at least where I'm sitting.
Yeah, he needs one.
One of my observations, just sitting here tonight, you know, at the beginning of the year, East County Sports, for what it's worth, you know, picked these two teams to be at the bottom of the league. And so far, right now, they both only have 1 league win. But let's look at the fact is there's not much difference between these two teams in the top of the league. In fact, Granite proved that by beating West Hills, which is, you know, one of the teams that's favored to possibly win league. So you're looking at these two teams play, and you have to think, wow, the Grossmont Hills League is, at the very least, very balanced.
Very balanced, and it also comes down to matchups, because sometimes you match up well with the team, and sometimes they have a guy that you just can't seem to guard who will absolutely kill you. And luckily for us, we've offset the penetration of DJ with our own penetration with Spencer.
I'll tell you what, and the good news, you and I get to do this matchup one more time. In about 2 weeks, we're going to be back live covering this game. And the nice thing, after seeing this team play once, we're going to have a lot of good things to talk about.
We'll have a little better idea of how they play and what they like to do.
So if you're a Granite Hills fan or Valhalla fan and you want to see this game again, you can watch this game on demand until the end of time. Kevin Mills knocks down that first one.
And that one's absolutely huge.
He knocks the second one down. You can warm up that bus and get it ready to go back to
and if he misses it, you do not foul the shooter.
Yeah.
Do not foul the shooter.
And we're under 10. And we're going to get that timeout now. But, yeah, do not foul anybody. In fact, maybe, you know, play a few feet off at this position.
Now, one of the things different about the high school game is if the ball goes in the basket, the clock keeps running. It doesn't stop. So if they score under 5 seconds, you don't need to inbound it.
You just struggle to get that ball.
You just grab the ball and stand out of bounds.
And do it.
The clock will run out. Then we'll find out for sure if the officials are on the ball if they call a 5-second count.
Yeah, it would be horrible to see a 5-second count if there's only 4 seconds left to go in the game.
So what we need to do is for, I think, 7.5 seconds left? Two seconds of defense.
So let me ask you this. Let's flip it over. If you're Andy Anderson right now, head coach for the Eagles, what are you telling your team?
Well, you're running a play, first of all, to hit a 3. But really, off that play, one of your options is going to be a pass at the rim for a quick basket, then you're going to foul. And we saw that against the West Hills game. Coach Jackson had us down by 3. He ran a lob to the basket, which was a good play. It just didn't work out. That would have cut it to 1, and then you immediately foul. We had a little more time in the West Hills game. So he doesn't have that much option, but it's 2 possessions anyway. It doesn't matter if you make a layup or if you make a 3-pointer, you're still down another possession.
All right, so Keith Jackson saw how Granite was going to set up, and he called a timeout. You know, these guys have faced each other. They've coached together.
They probably run each other's plays.
Coach Jackson played for am I going out on a limb here? I think he may have even played for Coach Anderson. I'm thinking I'm right there. I'll double-check that stat.
We'll just assume it's true anyway.
So that's right. Who's going to question this? Coach Jackson saw how they lined up, and maybe he knew exactly what they're going to do. But I'm sure the end result will be the same. Don't foul.
Don't foul the shooter.
Don't give a bad look to the official, and let's get out of here with a win.
The one thing you can't do, you're going to challenge the shot, but you do not foul the shot. Put a hand up. Don't go underneath the guy when he elevates for the shot. Let him score, especially if it's under 5 seconds, and then don't inbound the ball.
I will just say, for those of you that maybe tuned in late, I would go back and watch this game from the beginning. Not only because I think you'll enjoy what Coach Thomas and I had to say, but the game was really interesting, and one of the most enjoyable parts about it has been all the fun. I mean, we've had confiscation of a vuvuzela. I mean, how many high school basketball?
If we're pronouncing that correctly.
I think we are. And if we're not, people should know what we're talking about. We've had a confiscation of a noisemaker, I'll say that. And we've had a lot of fouls. And good, exciting basketball. That's a shot is no good. Spencer Havard throws that one down. Would have been awesome had that gone off the bounce. It did not occur. Coach Thomas, let's hear about your thoughts here as Valhalla wins their second league game of the year. They go to 2-3, 61-57. What are your thoughts?
Well, I hope that this is just one step out of the hole that they dug themselves, and they can pull some victories on the second half of the season, especially against teams that they've come very close against. I mean, they played Grossmont very, very close. They played West Hills very close. They were within 6 of Helix going into the fourth quarter. So it's got to give you some confidence that any night we could beat any of these teams. So it's not like we're looking like we'd have to play our greatest game in order to beat them. We just need to play decent and cut down on some of our little mistakes.
All right, I'm kind of motioning over to our stat crew to see if they have any good stats and if they want to talk. Real quick, I do have a few of these stats for Granite Hills tonight, and I may be a little off. I hope I'm not, but Cody Simmons paced the Eagles tonight with 17. DJ Palmera had 13. Joey Grubb with 11. Trevor Sperry with 5. And Jerron Sanders with a very tough and athletic 4 points in the second half. A lot of those off rebounds. Fun to watch number 10 tonight.
I think he had quite a few rebounds.
Yeah,
he might have had 10 or more.
And that's one of those things I wish we would have had kept track of. That's was pretty interesting. Kevin Mills tonight had 11 points, and I'll tell you what, only 2 of those were in the first half. That's a great second half for Kevin Mills. A couple real key free throws as well. Spencer Havard, 16. He had 6 in the first half. He finished up with 10 in the second half. Andrew Lazoya fouled out, but not before he scored 13. George Furcurry with 3, and Jordan Kazar. I'll tell you what, one of the best bench, coming off the bench, gave great minutes tonight, had 14 points, a couple key free throws there at the very end of this game, and really
lots of
great
energy.
Work for
Lots of
Valhalla.
energy going after the ball, getting his hands on a lot of rebounds. I thought Jordan had a great game.
All right. Well, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed tonight. If you didn't, you must not be a fan of basketball. Even if you're an Eagles fan, it was a very exciting game. And these two teams are going to play again. So stay tuned to Orange Nation TV. Any closing thoughts, Coach Thomas?
No, thanks for letting me come out here and do this again. It's always fun.
On behalf of Orange Nation TV and everybody here tonight, Abigail Metch, Tyler Roy, Gabe Gasca, Amanda Zimmerman, Ode Youssef, and all the other people that work for Orange Nation TV and make this possible. You, the viewer at home that makes this possible. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. You can watch it on demand and all our other games. We hope to see you next week as we pick up live action again with Valhalla basketball. Thanks, and have a great night.